Good afternoon, staff and students of St. Mike's. My name is Stephen Dotto, and you're watching MiCTV News. This Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, May 31st, June 1st, and June 2nd, the crew and myself were behind the scenes of the infamous MiCTV morning announcements, showing you never-before-seen footage on what goes on behind the camera. Now, without further ado, let's take a look. Thanks, guys. I'm Stephen Dotto, standing outside room 116, otherwise known as the MiCTV Film Studio. Today, we're going to take a closer look on what happens behind the scenes of the morning announcements, right through those doors. Now, without further ado, here we go. As you can see, many key and influential elements take part in the filming of the MiCTV morning announcements. The camera and the green screen are set up here. And over here, you can see the edit crew working tirelessly. Over there is the control room, where the magic really happens. Now, follow me. Now inside the control room, we can see over here a bunch of controls and switchboards. These are where the various AV crew members switch between the different inputs for the MiCTV morning announcements. Over here are some monitors where they preview the day's work. And over to my right, you can see the master computer and a few of the headsets they use. Everything they need here to make the morning announcements a huge hit. I'm here with Richard Nasso, cornerstone of the MiCTV morning announcement team. Richard, what would you say your most key and influential role is on the set of the morning announcements?
Well, my job for the morning announcements is really the director and the switcher. I control what goes on, and basically, if something doesn't want to go on, I'm the one who has to make sure that happens.
Wow, that must be very interesting. Now, our second question, what inspired you to start the morning announcements?
My cousin, he was involved with AV, not necessarily morning announcements, but he did kind of show me a place where I can express my love for the technological arts and really enjoy doing the morning announcements, which I do.
Wow, you must thank your cousin every day for bringing you to such great opportunities.
Yeah.
Now, Richard, the final question of the day. When you wake up in the morning, what passion, what desire do you have to make the MiCTV world a better place?
Well, it's really all about getting the news and announcements to everybody and all the students in the school. I really like it when people say, hey, that was a good announcement this morning. It was really funny. And it really makes me inspired to do a lot better.
Wow, thanks for your time, Ricky.
No problem.
We're here with Andrewbosch, one of the most key and influential members of the MiCTV morning announcement team. Now, Andrew, what would you say your most important contribution is to the morning announcements?
Okay, so that's got to be a tough question, but I'd say my most important contribution would have to be the graphics. So everything you see on the morning announcements, whether that's the "We'll be backs," the intro, the outro, the green screen, that's mainly all made by me.
Yes.
It's kind of a key contribution because it keeps announcements fresh and it's something students look forward to.
Wow. What would you say your most memorable experience is working on the set of the morning announcements?
Well, for me, I'd say it's more so experiences. So for me, it's just the honesty showing off the "We'll be backs." Usually some students come and they always say, oh, that was pretty good. And some even give me ideas. So just seeing them actively involved makes me proud, and I kind of like that.
All right, that's great, man. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
I'm here with Mr. Mole, the driving force behind the morning announcements. Now, Mr. Mole, first question. What gave you the idea to start morning announcements like MiCTV?
Well, 6 years ago, when our school was first built, our principal came up to us and said that he wanted to have a morning broadcast crew just to have all our morning announcements played through video. So from there, we purchased all the equipment that we have in this room. This is our control room. One thing kind of led to another, and we have some super interested students who love to come in and they love to take control. So Mr. Pozo and I had our first step was to kind of like teach all the students in here how to use the equipment, how to go about properly managing the studio space. And now it's all I'm happy to say that it's all student run from here.
That's great. And second question, how long would you say it takes you on average to set up for these morning announcements?
Well, on average, it takes about 2 hours in the morning. So Mr. Pozo and I get here around 5 o'clock in the morning, and we set up everything. No, I'm joking. Our students are expected to be here about 8 o'clock in the morning. So it takes them about 10 minutes to kind of get the equipment up and rolling. They plug in a lot of the cameras. They make sure they download the morning announcements off of our email, put it on our teleprompter, set up all the microphones, make sure the talent kind of knows the rundown of the show per se. It's perfect.
Yep, cool. And usually we get to see the perfect finished product of the morning announcements. But as you know, sometimes there's a few technical difficulties. Would you say it's difficult to manage all the different elements going on in the morning announcements?
Yeah, I would say like the one thing about technology is that you can't control technical difficulties, and that's the beauty of having technology is that we can do all this. But kind of like the downside is that sometimes things just don't jive with each other. Technical difficulties are always in the back of our mind, but I think our crew are prepared for the challenge when that does happen. We have fun with it.
All right. Thanks for your time, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, guys.
Wow, that was riveting. I know I sure was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Looks like we ran out of time today. But tune in next week for an in-depth review on how to study for your exams. On behalf of our field reporter, Stephen Dotto, and the rest of our crew, I'm Stephen Dotto, saying thanks for watching, and stay classy, St. Mike's.